Originally, I'm from Downey, California.
I'm from here, from Orange County.
Originally, I was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
I'm born in Missouri.
I was actually born in Santa Ana, California.
I was born and raised in Garden Grove, California.
From Orange County, California.
Our neighborhood had a ton of kids, so we were always outside having races or basketball, stickball, climbing trees, roller skating. Summer was always the best, you know, and don't come home till the street lights come on. You were good to go. Or unless your dad was standing on the porch whistling, then you knew. Okay, it's time to go home. I gotta go. Bye.
Oh, I was pretty much a tomboy. You know, growing up with 4 boys. I had a, cutesy side, but other than that, I was rough. I was always, with 4 boys, you're always fighting and wrestling and doing things that you're not supposed to be. Always getting in trouble, breaking things, wrestling on the grass. My dad would always yell and be like, knock it off, stop hitting her, And I would be like, okay, I'm fine.
I was always being made to think and figure things out. And it's something that I think I need to thank my father for.
I tried a lot of different sports when I was young, but the one that I really felt passionate about was gymnastics. Actually did it for 12 years. I did it competitively, I traveled, I did the whole 9 yards with that. So that became my whole life.
Kind of shy. I had to go to different schools just because my mom would move us around a little bit. So I always had to meet new people, so I think it made me shy, just being nervous, having to make new friends and stuff all the time.
I've always been kind of a goody two-shoes. In high school, I was the drama club president, and parents of other kids would let their kids go to parties if they knew I was going to be there.
I was the little sister. I was the shy little sister who adored and followed my older sister, whatever she did. Drove her crazy. All the way through school, I followed her around.
We had a very tragic event in our family. When I was 11, my little brother passed away. When he was 9, he had a cerebral hemorrhage, which is kind of like an aneurysm. And it pretty much devastated our family for a long time. My parents were devastated. I think my dad more. My mom's faith, being born and raised a Catholic, she got through it and survived it. My dad, I don't think ever really got through it.
My father passed away when he was 48, and we were not able to get anything done because the doctor or the clerk took almost 2 weeks to get his death certificate signed. That's horrible for a family to have to wait, especially when you had things planned. And for it just to sit on someone's desk is not okay. That's part of people's closure, is being able to bury their loved ones and to move on.
My father died 2 weeks after I graduated high school. I was 18, my sister was 16. He had astrocytoma. It's a very rare brain tumor. Brain cancer that he came down with. He was given 3 months and actually lasted about 5 years. You feel alone. You feel lost. Here you've got, at least for us, I watched this brilliant man robbed of his intellect. He became essentially a giant baby. And we did the best we could to make sure that he was comfortable, but you know, losing your ability to talk and think and eat was hard. The other side of that coin, of course, is having the support of a team that is there to make sure that your loved one is comfortable and, you know, has the dignity that they deserve.
While I was there at the preschool and watching Linda's youngest, Ellie, my grandma went on hospice. My other grandma died when I was 9, and it was a shock. And found out after she had passed that she had had strokes, but my family never told us kids, and so it was really hard. That it was just such a sudden loss. But so with my grandma Sylvia, just knowing what was happening and that everything was handled and under control, it was such a good experience. And then, so when Linda told me that there was an opening at her work, I applied, and I've been here, and I like that I'm helping other families through that hard time. It makes me feel good.
I believe in hospice. Everybody who I knew that had been on hospice, or their family members, after it was over, every one of them uniformly said, "Oh, thank goodness for hospice. I don't know what I would have done without hospice." And I believe in hospice. I think it's a gift that everybody should have.
When I saw the ad for admissions coordinator, I had no idea what an admissions coordinator was, did, or anything, but I knew I wanted to work for hospice. So I came, I interviewed, I got the job, and I started working my tail off to try and get the service for whomever needed it. I've been that person on the other end of the phone. I know what it's like. And anything I can do to alleviate some of their angst or some of their pain, I'm more than, I'll go that extra mile. I'll do whatever it takes in order to help them out.
Every caller is me. Every family member is somebody that I loved. Every patient, you see, every patient is somebody that was in my family. And I can't let any of them down.
I'm really meticulous with what I do. So like with the paperwork and stuff like that, that to me, and being able to be kind of in the backdrop, but getting things done for everybody else is really gratifying for me. I help the helpers, and that's what I enjoy. Because I don't know that I could do what they do.
When I was sitting in those IDT meetings and I got to see the clinical staff and I got a piece of that, obviously they left a really good impression on me, because now I want to do what they do. They're so thorough, and when they talk about those patients, they talk about them like they're their own grandmother or their own family themselves.
I love working for this company and the people. I definitely am not angry to wake up in the morning. It's not like, darn, I have to go to work. I'm happy coming to work, working with the people that I do.
I never wake up and go, oh my God, I gotta go to work. I don't ever think that. Maybe at 5 o'clock I do. but I don't wake up and dread coming to my job, not at all. I enjoy my time here.
As I watch the life reviews of the patients especially, and they sit there and they talk about their life, like they look back on their life and they say it happens in an instant, and it's, you know, here they are. And by watching those life reviews come in and watching them over and over, I got to realize that why hold the future so high when I need to be living like in this moment, in the present. And everyone always tells me here at the office, they're like, Brooke, you're 22, like just live, just enjoy, you know, because you're gonna have your whole life to worry and stress, and you have a family and whatnot. You know, this is the time of your life to just really live.
I think it's just, I love seeing the older, our patients talk about their lives. That's really touching, seeing all their memories and them telling everybody how special their life was and their family getting to see it and learn stuff that they never even knew about them. That's really cool. It makes you notice that there's more important things in the little stuff that people worry about on a daily basis. So I'm glad that I have that mindset now rather than the mindset that I came in probably as a younger adult coming out of being a teenager before I started working here. So,
You know, I always knew I wanted kids, but when I started working here, it just, like, I need to do it. I need to have them, and I need to have them now, and, you know, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe, you know, me and my husband weren't ready, but I just figured, you know what, we're never gonna be ready, and I need to live my life. So now Liam's here.
And I'm the one that gets all the letters first before they get opened, you know, they get passed on. I open everything and I read all of the comments on what a great team we have. And it's pretty impressive. And I love to hear that. I look through and I read about each one of the nurses or the social worker or home health aide. And it makes me proud to work for this company, because when I read that, it's so like, I really do work for a good company. We're, you know, a premier hospice, and that's important.
People are always willing to, you know, tell you what you did wrong. But, you know, it's very rare that people are willing to tell you what you did right. And people look forward to celebration because they like to hear, you know, what they did right. And it's nice to get a pat on the back. It's nice to see everybody that you work with. And it's, you know, nice just to get together and look across the table and smile at somebody. So I appreciate the celebrations. I like them.
I love this celebration. That's when I get to actually learn more about the people outside that aren't always in the office, and also with the patients. I love it. It's like mesmerizing to me. It's touching, and you get to see that what you're doing is really making a difference, and that we really are helping people out, and it's the last moments of their life, so it's really important and special.
The first celebration we had, I remember pulling out my phone and taking a picture and like posting it online, be like, I had the best job ever. Like, I'm at the most amazing meeting where they're celebrating us, and I love that. And I love that this whole meeting has helped shape our company and gives us a chance to, like, you know, meet up with all of our coworkers, and like life's so busy at work, it like I don't know, gives you the chance to step back and really appreciate each other. And I always leave there with always tears in my eyes. I always cry. I'm very emotional. And I love enhancing that and incorporating that in what we do, because when you hear of the things that the clinical staff like does for our patients, and I know that they just brush it off like it's not a big deal, like it's just day to day, but it's like, no, when you really think about it, they're like performing miracles every day. Kind of like weighs on them a little bit, I could imagine. You have to do so much for everyone else that probably uses up your own energy, and that you kind of need to refill your glass and have someone appreciate you when you're appreciating all day long. So I feel like celebration is just like refreshing yourself, like, oh yeah, this is why I do this. I love it, and let's do more. Like, I feel like it's a good chance for everyone to just like that reminder of like why we do what we do.
But working at this job, the journey for these people is the important thing. Having a dignified ending is important, but the ending is not the most important. It is the journey. That's the most important thing. And I think I wasn't getting that before I started working here, and I get that now.